What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, I've got something special for you. I've been given access to the experimental Darkest Dungeon 2 beta, which is coming out pretty soon on Epic. Talk about, when it comes to exclusivity, I have a hard time thinking of any platform that's really sniped a major title like that. Kind of shocking, in all honesty. But anyways, Darkest Dungeon 2. It is out right now in early access so that you can check it on out just in case you want to, or you can wait for the inevitable Steam release, which is probably rumbling along on the horizon. So, we're going to dive on in today, spend about 25-30 minutes with it, see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. If after watching this you did indeed want to do that, I'll have a link for you down below. You will find that next to my Discord, my Twitch stream, and my Twitter, just in case you wanted to join the community on any of those fronts. Let's dive on in and begin a new journey and see if this is a worthy successor to the venerable and popular previous game.
Ruin has found you at last. My protege, my friend. Our calculations were correct. The ephemeral equation is unbalanced. The Earth spins on a strange and terrifying new axis. And everywhere, unbridled consequence. The world is a wasteland of failures past. And yet, you must ride out into it, unafraid. Take this. It is hope, the very last of it. It is yours now. You were bold once. Be bold once more. Free yourself from this suffocating stillness. Fix your gaze on the horizon and face the fearsome truth of the darkest dungeon.
Why won't those eldritch horrors just ever take a nappy, dude? We defeated this in the first game. Why can't they just take a little slumber, man? Complete my confession. Denial. I hereby acknowledge and accept the fullness and severity of my mistakes. I guess I'll scribble my name on the line.
You have cowered in your crumbling denial long enough.
So are we like operating out of the same kind of landscape as the first game? I'm a little bit vexed here. Oh, apparently we get to like ghost ride the whip out here. We can kind of like fly this thing. Okay, we've got the stagecoach and the flame. Alright, so the flame. I'm gonna guess that this probably functions the exact same way. So the stagecoach carries the flame, which is the last hope for the world. It will gradually diminish as you drive, but various actions can refill it. The lower it gets, the harder things will be for your party. Okay. Can the stagecoach take damage or anything else like that? Or is it merely like we've just got to pay attention to our light levels?
Roads, a beacon for the broken and the battered.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the presentational aspects have definitely been stepped up. Look at that character model right there. Good lord. That's a good-looking character model that also has a good sense of weight. Like if you see the heaving of the pauldrons and the slight movement of the elbow and the arm as he rocks back and forth from the weight of the mace. That's pretty good looking. All right, so we've got a party here. We've got ourselves a plague doctor. Yep, we can make that go away real fast. So we have Paracelsus, or Paracelsus, the plague doctor. We have the grave robber, Audrey. We have the highwayman, Dismas, who's my man, my dude. I'm so happy to see that he's back in this game. Dismas always best bro, man. It's all about Dismas. I keep, you gotta have Dismas. If Dismas isn't involved, then I'm not interested. We'll put the man-at-arms out front.
more devastating than
We'll put him in the second slot, we'll put her in the third slot, and them in the fourth slot. I'm operating entirely from Darkest Dungeon 1 assumptions right now. I may not have them, like, in the proper spot. So everything in this game, if you never played the first game, which, like, I feel like everybody played the first game, but nonetheless, position in the party order matters for what abilities you can use inside the context of the game, and I can only assume that that blueprint still works here in Darkest Dungeon 2. I don't know, this is my first impressions, and so I guess we'll find out. Let's send them on out. The valley. This doesn't seem like a... Well, I got a little bit more color. It looks a little bit nicer than it did.
Yet remains of the world.
Does it matter if I hit the leaf piles or whatever? Does that affect anything? Like, does it, like, lower my torch or something? I didn't know if they were going to kind of go in sort of like a different direction with it, where you actually got to steer the caravan, or steer the cart and make sure it doesn't hit stuff. The academic's cache.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
Okay, so we've got stimulants over here. They give us a buff. We've got a pouch of lye that will kill off all of the corpses on the battlefield. We've got the whittling tools that will apparently lower stress. We've got the boxing gloves. It gives a strength buff to 2 targets. Okay, and then we've got the minor ablative, which gives us 10% fire resistance from what I can tell. And then we've got a storage trunk right there, which gives us inventory slots. And then we've also got relics on that side. Yeah, I'll take it all. Is there any reason not to take it all? Let's see if we can dig up our inventory here and see how this stuff affects our overall trajectory. So it looks like these are going to be like our currency, effectively. It looks like treasure or whatever. We do have stimulants. Is there anything that I can do with the stimulants, or do I, like, live pull them in combat? Well, it looks like she's got pretty solid burn resist, so we'll put the burn resist on her just to make it even more less burny. It also looks like we can equip our stagecoach, and it looks like we can put trophies inside of here. We can also name our stagecoach just in case you like to customize your experience. All right, sounds good. It looks like there's going to be, it says blocked by bum leg, head injury, lazy pacifist peacemaker. All right, well, let's just, like, carry on forward, and I guess we'll deal with some of that stuff as it becomes relevant. I assume that if we're going to be fighting, we're going to be doing it around the cart.
Steps of the university. A collegial handshake that would doom us both.
Seems like we're just on, like, a straight path here. Who are you? The Desperate Few. Let all kind folk unite under the banner of our light. We light the way for more than merely us now. Okay. So it looks like we can get plus food and plus torch. Okay, so apparently it's click and hold, and we let one of these people decide what our decision's gonna be.
Abandoned or forgotten. It is ours now.
Okay, so we got plus 50 flame. And then we also got slime mold. It will restore some of your HP, but it looks like it lowers your disease resist. Okay. I thought we were going to help them. I didn't think they were going to be giving us stuff, but I'll take it, I suppose. Off and down the road we go before this torch burns down. Leaf piles, dude. Leaf piles are so much fun. It's been a really... Maybe that's why my life is so hollow, is that I haven't, like, rolled in a leaf pile lately. Like, maybe I should make a leaf pile and then roll in it.
Ahead, only trial and tribulation.
Okay, so we've got the inn in 3 leagues.
Than a failure. It is the promise to do better.
Oh, there's a blockade.
Is giving way.
Okay, so we've got Pick to the Face, which was one of my favorites from the first game. We've got Thrown Dagger, Flashing Dagger, Poison Dart. It actually seems like it's more or less kind of the same. All right, cool. Well, let's pick to face this guy. It's a pretty good animation right there. Almost Blizzard-like in its quality. Okay, let's go for maybe... I don't think a pistol shot's going to be that helpful for right now. Duelist Advance may be helpful. It's going to move him up to that front slot right there. And it tends to hit pretty hard. And it looks like it also gives him a counterattack, which I totally forgot about because it has been forever since I played Darkest Dungeon. If we can get his health down a little bit lower, he'll die from Blight. Oh, never mind, he resisted the Blight right there. It's very, very clear at this juncture that the animation quality has been stepped up to just an absurd level. It's a very, very good-looking game. There goes that riposte right there that allowed us to get a kill. Let's see, we've got Rampart, we've got Defender, we've got Bolster. Yeah, let's go Rampart. Why not? Yep, just smack that dude in the chest right there. He's dazed, so his next turn is delayed till the end of the round, so we actually delayed his initiative right there. So that works out pretty good. Now let's go with another pick to the face. I may actually diversify a little bit. I want to see what these animations look like. Nice little gunshot right there. I love the way he unreadies himself after the shot. Ooh, what is that little meter right there?
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
I like this after-fight synopsis, too. It makes me wonder if, like, with the party comp, it's going to put them in the exact same way, so that, like, you always get kind of this fun action shot at the end of your fight. I dig it. All right, so we've got +1 mastery, so we can invest those at the end to upgrade character skills. It looks like we picked up a few more relics, and then we've got another minor ablative, just in case we have a strong aversion to being lit on fire, which I think that most of us do.
Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
Yep, pressing on to the inn, I guess. We're almost out of fire anyways, so it's probably a good idea just to get ourselves a little bit of R&R. The control of the carriage is a little squirrely, but I don't think it matters because it doesn't look like running into stuff actually like affects anything. So I guess it's like largely forgivable since you're not rewarded for kind of like dexterous maneuvering anyways.
The table is set.
All right.
Awaits its favorite guest.
Dismas and Audrey have become more friendly. Barristan and Audrey have become more friendly, so everybody likes Audrey. The party has reached the torch and crown. Okay, everybody's at good health. Looks solid. Ah, so it looks like I can upgrade the stagecoach here. We can upgrade our characters here. We can pick a new route from this side, and so it looks like we can go through the sprawl or the tangle, and our reward is a storage trunk. I feel like that's probably a really good come up. All right, let's throw the... Oh, the storage actually affects what the carriage looks like right there. Nice. Okay, that's a good little detail. I enjoy. Over here, it looks like... Is this mastery independent for each person? Let's put it into Duelist Advanced, since I plan on using that pretty heavily. Oh, it's... Okay, so it's everybody shared. Gotcha. That's still a good purchase right there, because with the setup of Barristan and Dismas, we can alternate them on the front line by lunging forward, the shield bash with Barristan, and then the Duelist Advance with Dismas. That's a very, very strong combo in the original game. I don't know if it's quite as strong as double Rogues in the front, or Rogue Crusader in the front, but it's still a strong combo that I rely upon whenever I can. All right, well, our masteries are done. By mastering that, I didn't actually pay attention to how well that upgraded it. I probably should have looked at the card. Can I reset it? Oh, I can. Good. So it's 4 to 6, 10 damage. Okay, so it's 3 to 5, 5% crit chance. Now it's 4 to 6, 10% crit chance. All right, I wonder how many times you can upgrade these. Probably just the once, right? I would guess that, like, I don't know the overall structure of the game, and it does appear as though there have been structural changes. But it seems as though we kind of go as far as we can, and then I assume if we die, we get pulled back in. We've got an Ichor Bomb right there. We've got Holy Water. We've got a Clotting Poultice. Should I pick up this stuff? I don't know. I honestly couldn't say. Can you sell the trinket? You can't sell the trinket for more relics. Okay. Yeah, get the bandages, I guess. That sounds good. And that is indeed a currency that we spend in order to buy supplementary items. With the bag of meth right here, it looks like we spawn a dodge token every turn until the next inn. So that seems pretty cool. I forgot to check and see if we could use stuff from our inventory when I was in that combat, or if this stuff has to be, like, readied in some way. All right, well, let's pick a route. I want the extra storage, so I'm going for the Blood Moon over here.
Trenches and tents. The front lines of a war that was never fought.
I do like that they've kept the same angsty, somber, and grimdark atmosphere of the first game. where everybody is kind of a tortured hero. I would highly recommend, if you've never seen them before, there is a series of comics the Red Hook developers did that give you a vague allusion to the backstory of each character and why they are on this quest for atonement to fix the world, and they're actually quite good. Most of them are completely and totally unspoken, and just the story is given through like 8 or 9 frames. But for example, Dismas is here because he was a highwayman, and he accidentally killed someone he didn't mean to kill during a robbery. And so, like, just a little spoiler right there, that's why he's on this quest to atone, and he's willing to throw his life away in order to make the world a better place, is because, like, everybody in this game has committed, like, an unforgivable sin, like, in their backstory. Like, they've done something, like, really, really bad, or they're seeking out to right some wrong. Basically, your normal grimdark, angsty stories in the background where nobody has a happy ending, beginning, or middle. All right, let's journey onwards. On the road again, I just can't wait to get on the road again.
Resignation.
Driving a carriage through some eldritch with my friends. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, it looks like we got a split up here. Let's go up the middle way because it has a treasure chest, and that makes me think that I deserve treasure. I'm hungry and tired. Do I have to, like, feed these guys? Is that like a thing that I have to do? It looks like the stress has gone up. Taking a look. Well, we've got 77 leagues until we arrive at the inn, so that's kind of not encouraging. I don't know how long a league is. That's one of those old measurements from like the colonial era that I have no reckoning how large that is. It's just one of those old things from back in the day. Where's my treasure at, dude? I was promised treasure in this overall experience. Yeah, academics cash. Let's get it. Let's get it. Academic cash. He left us some slimy goop, being the wonderful human being that he is. Thank you for this fortuitous finding of slimy goop that's been smeared all over a plate. You are such a generous patron and benefactor. I'll take it all. Throw it all in the backpack. That's an assistance encounter. Okay. Let's see if we can assist somebody over here. We are, I assume, the good guys, and so we can give it our best attempt. I suppose I can close down some menus and whatnot, too, so that you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, there was a battle. I didn't even know that a battle was coming. Light sensitive. What does that mean? Weak next attack deals less damage? Aw, weak, bro. Okay, so it's probably a good idea then to fall back on just poisoning people and getting a whole bunch of blight stacked up. Let's go ahead and I am going to go Defender on probably Dismas, just to kind of like reduce the damage he might take. And then we'll probably give Duelist Advance over here, although I guess if we're focusing fire, I should go after the crack shot. Yeah, we'll go after the crack shot. That sounds good. He's got a little bit of damage taken right there. I would like to put Blinding Gas into the back. It's got a 100% hit chance, which is really, really nice. But I have questions. So if I remember correctly, Blinding Gas in the first game was a stun. I don't know if it's a stun in this game. I guess we can try. Blind. They have a high chance to miss the next attack. Well, he didn't done miss. Now, did he? Man, I'm getting shot with guns. Okay, he missed his shot. I'll take that. Him missing his shot is fine by me. Since you're still dealing reduced damage, continue putting more blight on the back line. It looks like we've got 4 damage going out, and so I can check his HP in just a minute to see how that's going to go. What is that right there? He's got combo. Triggers additional effects when targeted. Okay, well, let's Duelist Advance our way on out of a situation that we didn't Duelist Advance our way into. He now has Repaw, so anybody that hits him is going to get smacked back, which I'm okay with. That was a pretty hefty shot right there that we just suffered to the back line. I'm not pleased about it, but that's the way she goes. And we'll go ahead and push him back real fast. I think it's a really good idea. An ounce of prevention. That does give us a little bit of that. If HP is under 50%, heal 20%. It'll remove bleeds as well. I don't know if it's a better idea just to go for damage right now. How much is that doing? 4 damage? Yeah, let's purge it real fast. That's actually a considerable amount of damage. And so I'll take it off real fast. Gunshot. Oh, my good sweet Lord baby Jesus, that was painful. All right. That was not a fun hit to take. I do like that animation for countering people, though. It looked really, really good. Like, it looked very fluid and sort of all in one motion with the dodge and then the strike back. You have to say it, Red Hook Games has done fantastic work sort of modernizing the appearance of the game. It is a diversion. The characters are all much less chibi than they were in the last game and much more realistic, but I think the development of the art style remains consistent while at the same time being more sophisticated. And so I dig it. Is he going to die from poison on his next turn? Okay, he's going to die from poison on his next turn, so we don't really care what happens to him. We'll death blow that guy right there. He's now dead. Oh, I like the lighting effect right there when someone gains inspiration or gains friendship as well. It looks good. Let's go ahead and we will do another Duelist Advance to right there. I'm fishing for crits, but it doesn't seem to want to give me one. All right, is he below 50% yet? He's not below 50% yet. So there's not really much that we can do here. It is interesting that it locks down the actual ability if there's no one you can cast it on. So it says it's condition blocked. So because we have nobody that's poisoned, on fire, or blighted, or below a certain amount of HP, it looks like we just flat out can't use it or target it. That was not the case in the first game. You could do anything to anybody, even if it was like woefully ineffective. Let's go ahead and we'll put a Noxious Blast on this guy. Breathe in the farts of despair, my friend. Breathe in the farts of despair and succumb. Ow. Well, I mean, we got hit, but we also gave a hit. And so, you know, a little bit more damage out right there. Is he at 50% yet? He's almost at 50%. Give him the old smackaroonies, man. Introduce them to Senor Bonk. That's what I'm calling his mace right now. Its name is Senor Bonk until further notice. Throw a dagger at him. Yeah, right to the chest. Man, everybody's getting shot today. Everybody in the crowd getting buckshot. Everybody in the crowd getting buckshot. If I wanted to, so let's consider for a moment. Oh, that's passing a turn? Oh, I thought I was canceling out my selection. I did want to take a look. I wanted to see how to maybe use items that are inside of our backpack. That's one thing that I am interested in, is I don't know how to use items from my backpack. Like, it says that we have combat items, but deploying them does not, there's no kind of bag icon or anything else laying around to make it apparent how exactly we might do that. Oh, the heal only works if they have some status effect on them, too. Okay. Well, let's see if we can clear out a corpse or something here. I was going to use the lie in order to banish all the corpses and drag him up to the front, but I don't know where you use the items from. Oh, it looks like I do have to prep it prior to going into combat, so it looks like there was an item slot that I missed out on. Okay, that's fine. This is my first impressions of the game, so there's going to be little changes in the UI and the way that things function that are going to kind of throw me off along the way. They have definitely changed the way that, like, everything kind of functions. A minor sharpness charm, that seems pretty good. Probably throw that onto Dismas right there to make him a little bit tougher. All right, so let's open up the character sheets. Oh, that's why I missed it. It's in a different nested menu right there. Okay, let's go ahead and give you the sharpness trinky. That sounds good. And we've got a combat item. If target is bleeding or if target is blighted or on fire, it cures it. We've got the lie. We've got a whiskey flask. We've got a clotting poultice. I'm going to go ahead and put bandages on him real fast. And then in the case of Paracelsus, we'll probably go... We could go with the smoke bombs, I guess. That sounds good. With Audrey, we'll go ahead and put in the pouches of lie. And it looks like you can't bring, like, stacks. It looks like you kind of just bring one along. And then in the case of Barristan, I don't know when I would ever use him for using an ability. But we can put a pouch of lie on him, too, I guess, since there's going to be those odd off turns where the front line is dead and he needs to get to the back line, but he can't effectively hit the back line. But yeah, using him to burn the bodies seems like it would be a good play right there. I'd also like to see... Can we actively add these in between areas? We cannot, so you have to have the farrier or whatever his name is. Okay, sounds good. Back on the road. Let's get it trucking. I don't know what our next... Do we have... Let me see the map real fast. So what do we have coming up next? It looks like we've got a stagecoach, or is that our stagecoach? It's kind of hard to tell and plot exactly how far along the trail we are.
You must be strong enough to shoulder more than your share of the burden.
All right, so these people need hope more than anything. We lose torch, but we gain food and we gain items. We've got gain torch, so we lose 6 of something right there. I don't know if it's our relics. I think it's got the relic icon on it, so we give them relics. And then we'll get 30 torch, we'll get food, we'll get items. Yeah, go with that one right there.
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Okay, so we got food barrels. That'll allow us to stack up food a little bit more. We've got slime mold over there, pipeweed. There you go. Smoke a little, inject a couple marijuanas in order to make the pain go away on your Grimdark adventure. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. So we can go to a combat, or we can go to a hero shrine, which will give a character a storyline. Yeah, let's do that. I want to find out more about the characters. That was actually something that was sort of explored emergently in the previous game, but I'm actually sort of interested in the fact that they have actually added scripted narrative to make the characters more fleshed out. It's gonna be another fight, huh? The unyielding enemies. Oh, there's only 3 of them, though, dude. That's not that many. I think we'll be okay. Go ahead and give me a rampart right there. Knock him back in the turn order. And then we'll go with a duelist advance. Has not been critting for me. With a 15% crit, I was really hoping that it would start critting for me, and unfortunately, the crit was not crot. All right. That's actually an opportunity to heal him, so that's a blessing in disguise right there. Let's go ahead and we'll go pick to the face on this guy. Just keep the damage focused. Oof, a finishing blow, huh? He's irritable right now. I'd be irritable too if I had just gotten axed in the face. But that 10 health should help out a little bit. I don't know if it'll fix your overall irritability, but it does seem as though it'll help out a little bit. We fight together. Oh, we got two relationship right there. That's pretty good. Noxious Blast, my dude right here, just to get his health flowing down a little bit. And then we will refocus our efforts on him with a Wicked Slice. Oof. On a certain level, I'm kind of glad that they keep critting him, though, and, like, they keep getting him just perfectly below 50% health and giving him a bleed so that I can actually use the ability on him. So I'm okay with it. Knock him back ever so slightly. He's going to die on his next turn, so we can redouble our efforts to the people in the back. Oh, okay. Oh, they can also be upset at the fact that other people are, like, accomplishing things while they're not. They can, like, develop petty jealousies and whatnot. Okay. Well, I wanted to heal him, but unfortunately, doesn't look like we got the opportunity to do so.
We learn to face the future.
Some more slime mold, couple more relics, milk-soaked linen, so it'll cure blindness. Okay. And then let's see this storyline fragment that we're going to get here. Onwards and upwards. All right, my ambition outflanked my fellow officers. It doesn't tell us exactly what's going to happen, so let's start with Barristan.
Man-at-Arms. Chapter 1. A premature promotion. The politics of a military career are perhaps as treacherous as war itself. Though untested in combat, his acumen for advancement was unmatched. Through a dubious campaign of influence and intimidation, he had at last claimed a coveted command, and was eager to bask in the glory of the victories that were sure to come.
Okay. I think I would have liked to have seen like a little cutscene right there, but it does look like we got something from that. So he gained mastery and he gained the ability Bellow, which is from the previous game. It's a debuff that lowers the speed of all the enemies that he manages to hit right there, thus moving them backwards in the initiative order. For against fast enemies, that can actually be a useful ability. I don't tend to use it altogether that much, except for very, very specific fights in the previous game. We got a long time until we make it back to the inn. We're like cruising right now, but I can't really promise anything. So there's a hoarder, there's an academic study, and there's a resistance encounter. And it looks like we have to win at least 3 resistances in order to win the game. Okay, good to know. Okay, so let's get them from behind. I think that the changeover to iconography for, like, implying what certain things do, like, this one is obvious we're evading the combat, but this one right here, I don't know exactly what it means. Like, maybe +1 to speed? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm going to evade the fight, though, since we have an easy out. Yeah, I mean, if we don't have to take the fight, we don't have to take the fight. And honestly, we've only traveled like 20 leagues right now. And so, like, since we've only passed 20 leagues, like, we've still got 2/3 of the adventure to continue before we're back at an inn. And so I'd rather not take extra fights if I can help it. Obviously, we've got to save ourselves for some of the main fights that it expects us to be taking during the course of this run. That's a big boy right there. That's a real big boy. Oh, he has a lot of the HPs. I'm going to target the ones in the back while I can. We're going to have him rampart and move her back. Then he's going to duelist advance, and that'll fix our lines for the most part. We can go Noxious Blast on the big guy just to get him stacked up so that he's taking some form of damage as this goes along. He's also dazed, so that's going to work out okay. Oh, no, dude. He's got a 50% chance, I think, of gaining more stress. And you're now blind? Okay. Oh, he put in a defensive move. Gotcha. Okay, since you're blinded, it's still hit. I'll take it. I mean, we've got 8 bleed on there now. Keep stacking. I'm sorry, 8 blight on there. Oh, he resisted at that time. That's a bummer. Okay, well, get our lines fixed first and foremost, and our lines are mostly fixed right now. Another stack of horror. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got some serious funsies happening here. Go ahead and rampart him again. He resisted it that time around, but we did move them around a bit, so he's going to die on his next turn. He used a little tiny knife on us instead of the big giant axe. What tactically could have led him to that decision? Yeah, I guess throw out a little bit here, like wherever we can anyways. Let's do a pistol shot to the back. Oh, he's got Death's Door just like we have Death's Door. Interesting. So you don't die in Darkest Dungeon when your HP goes down to 0. You go to Death's Door, which means that every hit that follows has a chance of killing you permanently. And so there's no actual guarantee here that he's going to die when we hit him, but...
will overcome even the greatest of threats.
Okay, so they don't like it when you steal their Death's Door from him. He's having a meltdown. Hope is a fool's errand. So he lost his relationship with everyone? Oh, no. Obviously, that's not ideal. There's a big miss on the Crushionation right there, too. But there's a death blow, so I'll take that. That gave him a little bit of hope. You can only absinthe yourself? Okay, we'll throw out a dagger then. And then you, please fix my man-at-arms.
At least has been tended to.
Yeah, his stress level is not doing a lot of great things for me right now. What did that do? Vulnerable? Oh, he takes more damage from the next hit. I don't think she's going to have another turn. I don't think she's going to make it that far, so I'm of the opinion that we're probably not going to have to worry about that. There you go. Fix some of that grievance that you have with one another. Like, let's make friends out here. Minor sacrificial host. It gives you blight resistance. Okay. So I assume since it's a sacrificial host, it kind of transfers the disease in part. But yeah, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. The progression of this game, after I did this run, this is a little bit of post-commentary, but after I did this run, I did abandon the run just to see what the progression looked like. And based on how far into the game you make it, you get XP points that effectively go towards your account. And so instead of upgrading a city or whatever, the further into the game you make it, you get levels, and there's about 50 of them that unlock new characters, they unlock new items that can drop during the course of a run, it unlocks new good boons, and it unlocks new bad things that can happen when your characters have mental breaks. And so anyways, that's how the progression functions, is that it's just an account-wide level, and so you always start from like level 1 at the beginning of the game, and then you go as far as you possibly can in the current build, and based on the distance that you make it, you unlock more stuff for your account. So this is Darkest Dungeon 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this little feature. I'll see y'all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for right now, I got nothing else for you, so I guess I'll see you then. Thank you for joining me for this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.